Jazakumullah khairan, ya Shaykhana.
I mean one too.
This one says, is it compulsory for a woman to seek permission from her husband before spending her own money?
Well, some of the scholars say yes, like Al-Imam Ibn Hibban and many others. They say it is compulsory for a woman to seek the consent, the permission of her husband before spending the money. Al-Imam Abu Bakr ibn al-Mundhir, longer before Ibn Hibban, he also discussed this matter in Al-Ustadh. There are a number of the scholars who are upon that. And that is because of a number of ahadith from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that says if the woman believes in in Allah and the day of Qiyamah, she should not spend from her wealth until she has taken the permission from her husband. So some of the scholars are upon this view, stricto sensu. But there are those who say, okay, if the woman knows that what I'm spending on is something that my husband will not be displeased about, my husband will not frown on me to spend on this kind of a thing, they say it is allowed. Because we see, like we read in the hadith of Aisha, that was reported by Anas. It was also reported by Aisha. A woman came to the house of the Messenger, alayhi salatu wasalam. Aisha did not wait, radiallahu anha, for the Prophet to permit her before she gave out gifts. So, because she knew that the Prophet would be pleased with that kind of an action. So they give that from these kinds of hadiths. Likewise, they say if the husband had given a general permission to the woman, spend your money as you like, then she does not have to come back to him at every point in time. So that the first hadith that prohibits a woman to spend as she wills from her wealth is a regulation. It's a regulation. The husband says, okay, no, don't do this, do it like this. Don't do this, do it like this. She should follow the husband. But in the matters that are lawful, and that she knows that if she does it, the husband will not be displeased with it, then it is lawful for her to spend regarding those things even before taking the permission from the husband. It also means that largely, women, make your husband know what you spend and how you spend. So how about women who now deliberately hide away their expenses from their husband? This is not lawful. And if he seeks to say, hey, what are you spending? How are you spending it? The woman should not feel that the man has gone beyond bounds. So we must be able to live within these limits. There are narrations that prohibit the woman from spending from her wealth by way of making her under good control of her husband. After all, her life itself is under the control of this man. From marriage, you devote yourself and the control regarding all of these, your matters concerning managing you comes under your husband. So why not naira and kobo? That is the meaning of marriage when a woman commits herself to marrying a man. So marriage is a very, very, very big thing. Once you commit into it, it's a very big thing. You come under the direct management of this man. So your finances too are not away. He has a right to ask, how are you spending it? What did you spend? What did you do? How did you do it? This is lawful for him as a husband from the first part of the hadith. But the second order ahadith where we have seen women spending are evidences that these things, like we gave the example of the hadith of Aisha. There is also the hadith of Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari and Abdullah ibn Abbas when the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on the day of Eid told the women to bring their belongings and give them in sadaqat. These are expenses that they knew that their husband will not take a difference if they did. So if you spend money upon something you know that my husband won't feel bad about it, that is lawful for you. But to spend the money and deliberately even hide the expenses, or even spend the money upon things you know that your husband will not like, then that is not lawful. Allahu Alam. I hope this answer is also clear.